The transition to kindergarten marks an important milestone for children and families, and increasingly is seen to be important in ensuring children's success in elementary school. In this project, we focus on the transition for children in Head Start because it represents the national commitment to ensure every child is provided an opportunity to succeed in school and in life. There are many factors that explain and predict successful transitions from Head Start to kindergarten. This current theory of change illustrates the two-sided nature of these transitions. The sending side is the Head Start system, and the receiving side is kindergarten, which is embedded in the K-12 system. When transition efforts are coordinated across the two systems, they are expected to lead to successful transitions for teachers, families, and most importantly, for children. In the middle of the diagram, you'll see dark bands of bright colors representing shared transition efforts. We call these the 4 Ps, and they are what contribute to the two systems coordinating effectively. Let's start with the first 3 Ps. Policies and procedures shown in blue, professional supports and leadership shown in green, and perspectives and priorities shown in yellow. These provide the mechanisms and infrastructure that strengthen coordination of the 4th P, practices, shown in pink. Now let's take a closer look at each system. You'll see those same bright colors also represented in each side of the transition. This is because the 4 Ps also occur and ideally are aligned within each system. For example, it's important that Head Start policies call for and bolster in-depth professional supports to Head Start educators and staff. And those professional supports, things like workshops and training, will help to build a common understanding or perspective about the importance of implementing meaningful transition practices for children and families. Within both the sending and receiving systems, there are agencies and actors at federal, state, and local levels that influence transitions to kindergarten. On the Head Start side, these include people in places like the Office of Head Start at the federal level, or in Head Start collaboration offices at the state level, and of course Head Start grantees, delegate agencies, programs and educators, and community partners such as state Head Start associations at the local level. As was the case with Head Start, it's also most meaningful that the 4 Ps be aligned within the kindergarten system. Here, important agencies and actors include the U.S. Department of Education and its offices at the federal level. There are also state and local education agencies, elementary schools and educators, and community partners such as parent-teacher associations. As mentioned earlier, when policies, professional supports, and perspectives are shared across the two systems, they are expected to lead to coordinated transition practices. Here's an example. A Head Start program shares student assessment data with local elementary schools, a practice required by federal Head Start policy. If the schools receiving those data do not have a coordinated practice in place to have kindergarten teachers actually review and use the data, this practice is one-sided and unlikely to influence children's initial kindergarten experiences. In contrast, if Head Start sends assessment information to elementary schools, and then the information is not only received, but also read, carefully reviewed, and incorporated into kindergarten teachers' supports of children, this is a two-sided coordinated transition practice. In addition to the 4 Ps, both within and across sending and receiving systems, it's important to recognize that children's transition experiences are also influenced by individuals closest to them, their peers, teachers, family, and community. These people may, in fact, have the most direct influence on children's transition experiences. While some of these people were just mentioned as being parts of each system, they also can have a profound individual influence. Here's an example. Teachers are key parts of each system, but an individual teacher can also make all the difference in a child's transition experience because of the relationship they build with that one child and his or her family. Similarly, community partners like public libraries are key parts of the system-level transitions work. They may disseminate information to families or help to implement particular transition policies. But a single librarian can really influence a child's transition because he or she takes an individualized interest in helping one family navigate and understand the transition to kindergarten. This theory of change, complex as it may appear, represents an important, often overlooked vantage point that coordination both within and across two systems will lead to more successful transitions for educators, families, and most importantly, children. The HS2K project is a collaborative research venture between NORC at the University of Chicago, Child Trends, and the National P3 Center, with funding from the Administration for Children and Families Office of Planning, Research, and Evaluation. To learn more about the project, our case studies, and past and future work, please visit the link in the description below.